Hello, guys. I kind of did some rearranging. My husband's like, didn't you just rearrange last week? And I'm like, well, a couple weeks ago, but I want to do it again. um, but the way I've got it set up now, the babies I'm talking about I can put up here. And then behind me is all the other babies in the playpen. And anyways, I wanted to get on here for whatever I want Monday. I know it's late. I went out and, well, I was supposed to babysit the grandbaby. My daughter was supposed to go back to work today, but she was still kind of a little bit sore. So she went ahead and just waited, and she's going to go tomorrow. But, I mean, for the most part, she's doing good. She just can't lift him, so I had to stay with her to do some lifting when he needed his diaper changed and everything. And I don't know, he was in a mood. He'll be 2 in August, and he was just coming up with all off the wall stuff. It was me and my daughter laughed a lot at him because he was just when they got up, I was in the living room when they woke up. I guess he had crawled off the bed and looked there and said bye. But you know, just different stuff like that. He's starting to talk a little bit, and you know, so sometimes he'll come up with something and you're like, really? And he did look at her and shook his finger and said, no, no, no. So it's just, he's getting to that comical and fun stage right now. He throws balls, and I mean, my granddaughter plays softball, and so he's watched a lot of softball and everything, and he's got an arm on him, and I think they're gonna probably get him in baseball, and he could maybe end up being a pitcher, because he's not even 2, and he can sit there and throw that ball, and yeah, it's pretty neat. But anyways, not here to talk about him, even though he's my baby boy. Anyways, as I said, I rearranged the nursery. I've got I don't want to make you dizzy, but my tree is over here now instead of in the corner. And it's all decorated for St. Patty's Day, because I got me some more ornaments. And I got down below, it's a necklace that blinks. And so it's around the bottom. And I'm not Irish, but, you know, it's a holiday, so I'll decorate my tree. But I have Ziva and Virginia with me. Ziva, I found this, as I've told you before, my favorite colors is purple and teal. So, but Ziva is, I don't know what the brand name is, but it's like a white romper. And it's got like a pattern on it, and then it's got ruffles, the eyelet lace ruffle all around, and it's got a hat with it. And then she's got it was a shorts romper, so, and it's still kind of cold here. So it's camo, and it's purple, green, and gray. I've had these for a while. I think I got them at a thrift store or something. And so I thought, well, I'll put those on her. And then we got Virginia sitting up here, and she's got on her hair, it's a little flower, teal flower with, I don't know, it's spiky stuff, supposed to look like the middle of a flower. And it's a little bit lighter teal than her dress, but it'll work. And, this dress and some of the other dresses I've had her in, we have a friend from Canada that goes to the doll show with a bunch of us. And the last doll show, I had Virginia there, which she's the Liam Sculpt. But she asked me if I needed dresses. And so she shipped me a box with a bunch of dresses, and this is one of them. And anyways, it's teal shirt, and it's got ruffled tulle on the sleeves. It's got sequins in the shape of a unicorn in silver, purple, and pink. And then the bottom is a skirt with the teal tulle also. And, and then she's got those Dusty Rose shoes on again. I was going to put some black, those black canvas slippers on her, and they didn't fit her. She's got big honking feet. But anyways, it matches the pink up in here. And, but anyways, I just wanted to get on. I'm going to try to do Pika Wednesday, but they do have me working 4 days this week. That's one reason why I was kind of, when my daughter asked me if I could watch Jameson, I kind of cringed because I worked the last 2 days, had 1 day off, and then worked 4. And, but her mother-in-law couldn't do it because she had doctor's appointments. So, anyways, but then she ended up just being sore and not ready to go back. So, made it like an easy day on both of us. You know, because I was there to still help her out with lifting and all that. But anyways, hope everybody's doing okay. Hope everybody's, I don't know what the weather is all around. I know it's been up and down here. And like this weekend, last 2 or 3 days, it's been like in the 30s, feels like 20s. And then Wednesday, I think they said it's supposed to be 60s or 70s. And I'm like, wow, you know, the up and down. And it's just, it's getting to my husband's sinuses, kind of getting, well, Jameson had him runny nose today. You know, it's just, it's not good for the sinuses and allergies for everybody. But, and then her dogs took off. And I didn't want to leave because one of them didn't come back for a while, and I didn't want to leave, which I was getting ready to, until we were for sure he was back. And I guess they went off in the woods somewhere. They came back and they were both dirty. But, so, but yeah, she's doing good. She's going to go back to work tomorrow. He'll go back to daycare. I'm getting ready to go to the grocery store and get something for supper. So that's another reason why I've got to do this real quick. And then I'll edit it when I get back and stuff. But I do want to throw out there a share. Once Upon a Wish. I think it's Once Upon a Wish. I'll put it in I'll tag it in the thing. Is doing a giveaway. And one of the things, you know, to qualify is to share and get the awareness out there. She has not showed, you know, what the baby is yet, but it's coming up. And I've been watching a lot of videos. I've subscribed to a lot more here in the last couple of days. And just trying to get out there and learn stuff and all that. And I don't know. I hope I'm doing good. If you don't like it, I guess, you know, but I'm not as nervous as I used to be. It is relaxing and a stress reliever. You know, but sometimes I, you know, don't think what to talk about. I know I do need to get up to my mom's. This is one thing I did want to talk about. I don't know. Okay, my mom years ago bought out a doll shop. And she has a lot of porcelain dolls around in her house. So I thought it was just porcelain dolls. Well, my cousin is buying the house where all this doll stuff is. And she come across she's cleaning up the basement and everything, and she come across some Ashton Drake dolls. And then I was asking, I'm like, okay, and she put them on eBay and sold them. And I said, okay. I said, from now on, whatever you run across, send me a picture or something. I'm wondering if my mom actually bought out a shop that had reborns. I know, and then I asked her about Cabbage Patches, and she said that she did run into something Cabbage Patch. So, that being said, which I remember being down in the basement once, and there was a bunch of those Rubbermaid plastic drawers stacked. And there was, which a lot of my family calls it the morgue, because, because there was drawers that had doll parts, arms and stuff. Well, I thought it was different kinds of dolls, like the porcelain, or I just didn't know. It may even be the Behringers. I don't know. But my mom may have landed on a whole bunch of reborns and didn't even know it. And she, like I said, I think if they are, it's vinyl, from what, I don't know. And it could be silicones. Well, if they're limbs, I'm sure they're vinyl. But anyways, so the next time I get up to my mom's, I'm going to have to go and do some investigating. Which my mom is wanting to start, she has the paints that we want at the doll show. And she is wanting to start painting. So, she would have some pieces if that's what is in those drawers. So, but I don't know. We'll just have to see what we find. I love my mom. But she's always been kind of a, I guess you call them hoarders. Which, this, I don't know when it was when she bought the doll show, because we did lose some time in talking to each other. I'm not going to go into that, but we have mended things. I mended things with my sister before she passed, and but anyways, I will keep you all updated on if I find out anything. But I love you all. I hope all is well with everybody. And if you wish to, like, comment, and subscribe. And you all have a blessed, blessed week. Thank you.